showdown here. A matchup of two elite quarterbacks. Might not see a better QB duel all season long. Both guys hoping to use this big stage to display their supremacy. Welcome to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the one and only Autzen Stadium. As we'll see the number 16 team in the land, the USC Trojans, taking on the 8th-ranked team, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Trojans will kick this deep to start us off. Returner looking to make a play here. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So the Oregon Ducks offense trots out there to open this game. And each offense features a star tight end. Kirk, what an elite matchup of guys who can really hurt defenses in a variety of ways.
When was the last time we did a game where we were excited to watch two tight ends from opposing teams go against each other? But that's what we have today. Both of these guys are elite at their position. Both want to have bragging rights that they're the best in the country. Let's see who can be showcased better today.
Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Looking downfield, it's Moore. Makes the grab. It's Casper. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Well, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between the quarterback and the receiver. Nice job again, getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
First down and 10. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Well, when you run that out route, it's going to end up very close to the sideline. Love his awareness to realize not only keep his eyes on the football, but where he is on the field. He gets his toe down before he goes out of bounds for the catch.
Looking to throw yet again. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. Started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws. And Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said. We see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
Getting set. Here's second down. Looking for a gap. It's Hughes. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Offense facing fourth down.
So they're short on fourth down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. We'll see if he's got the leg from 49 yards out. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick.
Snap, hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he takes this from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's when they start the drive. So the USC Trojans offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. And Kirk, this is what we've been looking forward to, a matchup of two quarterbacks who are elite, very competitive, matched up against each other today. One of the better matchups we'll see all season.
Yeah, a game that we really pointed to all summer. Looking forward to this matchup. Knew these two quarterbacks would go head-to-head. Very important that they don't get caught up in the individual matchup. They just go out, work against these defenses that they're facing, and try to put up as many points as they can. Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Caught by the receiver. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense moving closer to the line of gain after that catch. To throw, it's Mayava. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Well, today's middle linebacker has to have the ability to cover, to be able to be a great run stuffer. Also, the ability to blitz and get after the quarterback. There's an example of it right there. These guys are becoming more and more athletic every year in college football.
The Trojans will line up to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the first play of the drive now from the 44. Ball handed to the running back. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Nice job here by this back picking up a first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on and on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James, throwing DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs, and they're still trying to live up to that to this day.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Well, Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that ride with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little further downfield, but the same result as far as the potential and the big gain coming off of an RPO.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Important second down play coming up. Play fake, looking to throw. It's a quick grab. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
The defense does a nice job of forcing the quarterback here to be patient by playing zone. And they run a crossing route. Defense is there, but not able to break up the catch.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. They need 5 yards here on fourth down to keep the drive alive. Looking to pass. It's Moore. Trying for a touchdown here. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop.
Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on downs.
Oh, they trap him for a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
tough spot here. 2nd and long from the 16. And the quarterback dropping back. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Makes the catch near the sideline and keeps the foot in bounds. That's enough for a first down.
Hey, great throw here by this USC quarterback, but how about the catch by the wide receiver? And, Chris, we've been saying that for decades when it comes to USC and their wide receivers. What incredible history, going way back to Len Swan. I know he was a Steeler, but it all started when he wore that USC uniform. Keyshawn Johnson had a brilliant career. So did Robert Woods. And how about Amon-Ra St. Brown and the job that he did when he was at SC?
The first down pass complete to the tight end. Tackle is made near the 48-yard line. Second down coming up.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Breaks into open space. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And the Trojans will try to keep this drive moving. To throw, it's Mayava. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Looking to throw here. Bringing pressure. Going to try to use his legs here. And the junior quarterback shows his toughness, keeps this drive moving.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. They've got him in the backfield, nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Caught in the backfield. It's Sanders. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
And this defense is doing a really good job here. They're giving up some completions, but the important thing is they're making tackles and keeping this offense out of the end zone. Force him to be able to execute to get this touchdown.
Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. The receiver grabs it. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
And the Trojans trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you can score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point makes it a 4-point game.
That makes the score USC 7, Oregon.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Set to kick this one.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down and 10 from the 27. Back to pass. It's Moore. Defense is coming after him. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. The pass rush closing in. Finds his man. It's low. Defense wraps him up after a 6-yard gain. Brings up 4th down.
Timeout, USC.
And the Ducks will send their punt team onto the field.
Number 92, on to kick it away.
Is tackled by this punt coverage team. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Wide open downfield. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a 1st down.
The defense spreads all over the field playing zone, trying to make this quarterback make a mistake by throwing it into coverage. But he finds the soft spot on the curl and picks up a 1st down.
Solid gain, moves the ball up to the 47. It'll be 1st down. Wants to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Sanders. Good job of the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. Be short of the 1st down mark.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Short completion there. 2nd down coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Looking right. This one caught. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
And the Trojans with 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. QB to the tight end for a completion. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Grab by the receiver. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. By the 4th quarter, it really starts to wear you out.
Catch made on the right side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So on 2nd down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. Oh, and he knocks it right through.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the coverage team brings him down as the clock runs out in the 1st half of play. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this 3rd quarter.
The Ducks will kick it deep to begin the second half. Return begins inside the 10. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. And a chance right away here in the second half to stretch the lead and build momentum. Let's see what this defense can do about it. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the corner. They'll stop him for a loss.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Looking for his big tight end. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Well, this is exactly what the defense talked about at halftime, coming up with a stop to start this second half. Now they've done that on this 3rd down. We'll see what happens with the decision on 4th down, but the defense looks at a very different kind of energy to start the second half.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. See if he can make something happen with the return. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They'll feed the back again. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Crucial 3rd down play coming up after that run. Try and muscle for the 1st down. And gain enough to set up 1st down now at the 39.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
The Ducks line up on 1st and 10 now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Here's the 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, will hand it off. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Oh, that was going nowhere. The defense had that option scouted out perfectly on 3rd down. What a big-time play. What will they do here now on 4th?
The Ducks will have to kick it away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. Not what he was hoping for. Instead of pinning the offense deep, it's a touchback. And the USC offense is back out on the field. This has been a struggle so far for both offenses. Can they finally get something going here? He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Pass caught. Second down now. Dropping back. It's Mayava. Receiver makes the catch. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He's running out of time here. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
I don't mind the play call, Chris, to throw the football, but you got to realize you got to get it out of your hands quickly. It's third down and short. Great chance to be able to convert. Instead, it's a sack, and now you're facing fourth down.
The Trojans will have to kick this away. And he takes it at the 40. Decides not to fair catch it, but he is tackled immediately. A gutsy move, but didn't produce much. Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 2 yards, so it's second and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Grab behind the line. It's Moore. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either the receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. To the air. It's Moore. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. Ball moves to the 21.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And check out how he's been spreading the football around between his targets, getting everybody involved in this game. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. With the catch, it's Moore. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
And the Ducks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Makes a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
That completion sets up an important third down play. Looking to chuck it again. Quick throw, testing the middle. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Oh, he just missed his receiver there on third and short. Now you got to think in the fourth quarter, fourth and short, You got to try to cut into this lead. You might want to go for this here to keep thinking about 6 points.
So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Going to run it. It's Whittington. No, he didn't make it. He did not get there. What a huge play by this defense late in this tight game. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on 1 guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this team.
They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
The Trojans will bring their punt team onto the field. So from his own end zone, he gets the kick away. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. As the 1st down is still going. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. 1st down now. Takes the handoff. It's Whittington. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. The back in motion now. Scanning the field. It's Moore. Fires it to the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and the receiver just not quite on the same page there on that 3rd down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
Here we are late in a 1-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Oh, and it's incomplete, and the drive ends right there. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Working clock with the ground game. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 2nd down play coming up. They're going to run it here. And they'll stop him after a short gain. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. And he'll drop back here on third down. The pocket breaking down. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The Trojans bring their punt team onto the field. And the punt lands out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they'll spot it here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Play action here on first down. Locates the tight end. It's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Looking to pass. It's Moore. The receiver makes the catch. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Makes the grab. It's Moore. The Ducks pick up enough for a first down here. Come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Back to throw again. Looking deep for late game heroics. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
At this point in the game, obvious situations, you're going to throw the football. I like the call by the defensive coordinator. Went with dime. 6 defensive backs, get them as much speed on the field as you can. May have confused the quarterback there a little bit and led to that incompletion.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for a late, deep throw. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
With the catch, it's Bryant. The offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Looking for the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's low. They make the stop at the 26, but it's a first down. This offense in good scoring position now.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play. If they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Moore. It's caught on the crossing path. They bring him down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. It'll be first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Tackle at the 8 after the completion. Well, the experts will say, Kirk, this was an upset, but it felt like a really even matchup. Two quality teams battling right down to the end. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, what a game. This is really what you love about college football. Good against good. Find out who ends up having the upper hand at the end of the day. This is a great victory for this ball club. Let's see what they do after this win.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.